Hi, this is Johannes from Noisebud. In this video, I'm going to show you our new plugin, Leaky, or it's not new. The plugin you see on the screen is the first version. I'm going to show you the second version, but I'm showing the first version so you can understand the differences. In the first version, the only thing you could do was to leak the side information into the mid channel or the difference into the sum. And by doing so, you could treat cancellation between left and the right speaker. In this example, I have a cowbell that's almost completely out of phase. And how do you know it's out of phase? Well, we can listen to it in mono. So I use Noisebud Listen to listen in mono. And we play again. That is what phase cancellation between left and right channel sounds like. The sounds almost disappear. And if we listen to the left channel, it's all there. In the right channel, it's all there. In the mid channel, it disappears. And in the side channel, well, there it is. So the idea with the plugin is to leak the information in the side into the mid. And by that, make it to work in mono so that the sound doesn't disappear if someone listens to the music in mono. And with the first version of Leaky, you just hit play and start to leak. The problem with the first version of Leaky was that it leaked everything. Well, there was a high pass filter at 200 Hertz, so it didn't leak the low end, but everything else. It worked in some cases, but it didn't work over a whole track, and it definitely didn't work while mastering, not as good as we would like to in a way. So what we did, let's remove Leaky 1 and bring up the second version of Leaky. The first thing you notice is that there's a whole lot of new controls. In the second version of Leaky, you can decide what to leak. So you can decide to leak the left, the right, sum, or different. And you can have 3 methods to leak the information. I'm going to talk about those later on. And you can decide where to leak the information. This makes this plugin a whole other beast. You can do so much with this. You can use it as a stereo expander if you want to. You could use it to move a hi-hat from left to the right channel, or, well, in this case, we have the scenario with the cowbell, and let's hit play and listen. Sounds like this. And we'll listen in mono and see what happens to that cowbell. So it's gone. Okay. Let's try to treat that with Leaky. And I can choose to do this in a number of ways. Let's start by use the information from the difference channel, which is the same as the side. Difference is the more correct term, but it's more common known as mid-side, but sum and difference is more correct. So when I say sum, I mean mid, and when I say difference, I mean side, or vice versa. So let's see, let's leak the difference to the mid or sum. And here I can choose different methods. If I choose move, when I increase the leak amount, I will start to move the sound from the side. The difference here is that it doesn't just leak the information into the sum, it starts to take it away from the sides as well. So this should be a more transparent way of doing it. We also included a filter, so you can choose low pass, high pass, band pass, and band reject. So you can choose different parts of the spectrum to leak. And you can solo that by clicking here, and you can hear what you're soloing. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm tuned in the cowbell. and put that off, and we start to play, and I will slowly start to increase the leak. Okay, let's listen to that in mono. So we start with the leak amount at 0, hit play. That's the move. So I moved the parts around the frequency I chose, moved that information from the side channel or the difference channel into the mid or the sum channel. The problem is fixed. Well, I didn't think it sounded that good, not as good as I wanted, so let's try the replace. Replace will put the same filter as you choose, but inverted, and on both the left and right channels. So it will slowly remove the information that we are leaking, but not from the leaked signal. So that means that we will replace the original completely and just use the leaked signal. Okay, so let's try that. I hit play and I do the same. I will start to increase the leak amount. And we can compare the replace and the move technique and see what works best in this case. I think it's obvious that the replace works better, but we're going to try it in mono as well. I think you could hear that the transient didn't get as smeared as with move, so replace is better. We remove the original around the frequency we choose, just remove the original completely and replace it with a new. And leak is of course exactly like the last version. So it's just leaking this, leaving the original sound wherever you're leaking it from and leaving it as it is, but it's also leaking it to wherever you want it to go. That's the basics with Leaky2, and we'll see if we can make more videos so we can explain how you can use it in other ways. But this is the essential part of Leaky2. Hope you like it.